Hey, it's Dave from the Camera Store, and these are the Canon VCM primes. The Canon RF lineup just got a lot more interesting with the release of these new VCM primes. And they're really important lenses, and they're kind of a big deal. The fact that Canon has introduced a new lens design and new motors to make these work. Now there's a lot to talk about with these three new lenses, so let's get into it. Now what I really like about what Canon has going on with this is the uniformity of everything. I mean, when I'm hand holding this camera on a still side of things, everything feels exactly the same. If I put a tripod plate on the bottom, everything feels the same regardless of which focal length I'm working with. And I really like that. It's a comfort level and everything is where it's supposed to be all the time. I mean, back in the day we had prime lenses that were fast. They were great, but they're always different designs, different shapes, and everything you'd have to readjust as you're holding them. This design, I don't have to worry about that. It's the same, just a different focal length, but everything feels exactly how it should be. Now when it comes to the video side of things, these lenses are all exactly the same size. They're just shy of 4 inches long, and the weight doesn't vary much at all. I mean, the 24mm is 1.1 pounds, and the 50mm is 1.3 pounds. There's very little difference at all, so if I'm switching them on a gimbal, I don't need to rebalance. I can take care of that. It works really well. All three of them have exactly the same controls as well. We do have an autofocus manual focus switch, we do have a custom button here, and we have an iris lock. This is where it allows me to lock it on the A. Now here's an interesting thing that's going to polarize a few people. It is only a clickless aperture. Now videographers are going to really like this because they can make transitions very quickly and very smoothly without any sort of steps in the exposure. I really would like to see Canon put a clickable or declickable option on the lens itself. Now these are VCM lenses, and that stands for voice coil motor, and it's referring to the style of motor used to autofocus. Now these use a linear autofocus motion rather than a rotational motion. This is faster, quieter, and smoother when it comes to both stills and video. Now it works in conjunction with a nano USM motor in here to move two separate groups of elements around to really correct for focus breathing and control that. But also the focusing is very quiet and very fast. Take a look at our wall test here, shot on the 50mm wide open, and you can see just how quickly it can acquire focus. Now the one disconcerting thing about these VCM designs, and something you don't have to worry about, is that when you are shaking the lens, when there's no power to them, it feels like something's loose in the lens and moving around. Don't worry about it, the lens is designed for that. Once you power it on, that feeling goes away. So Canon introduced these three focal lengths, but why these three focal lengths? I mean, these three are kind of essentials in anyone's kit. I mean, the 24mm is the widest of the focal lengths here, and it's great for doing landscapes and interiors and things like that. Now, it's not my favorite portrait lens if I'm doing head and shoulder portraits, and the reason is it causes a little bit too much distortion of people's faces. Big noses look even bigger when you're shooting really with a 24mm lens. Now that can be used to your advantage if you want to shoot pets, for instance. That looks kind of cute, or kids from up above. Big heads, little bodies, it's a lot of fun to work with, but it's not my favorite portrait lens. The 35mm is my favorite focal length, if you don't know that already. And the reason I like it so much is that it's the perfect perspective for capturing life. I mean, when you're out there shooting, it's great. It feels like you're right there with everybody, and that 1.4 aperture allows you, shallow depth of field, to really feel and isolate what you want in the subject matter. And the 50mm has long been a personal favorite for so many people because it most closely represents what the human vision sees. Now it's very, very popular, and often it's the first focal length people buy after their kit lens. So all three certainly have their time and a place to work with. How you want to shoot with it is totally up to you. Now, when we talk about the image quality between these three lenses, it's what I expected. They are L-series lenses. They are the top lenses that Canon can make in this category, and the optics are fantastic. The image quality is very, very good. It's incredibly sharp all the way through. I mean, take a look at these wall tests here we've shot with the three different lenses, and you can clearly see that the center focus is brilliantly sharp, and even on the corners on the 24, which would be the weakest of the three in the corners, it's still very, very good. I like what I'm getting out of this, and the fact that they're all 1.4 apertures, I can use bokeh to my advantage, and I can really pull the subject away from the background. And that 1.4 aperture is helped by that 11-bladed circular aperture, giving us that really nice, pleasing look. Now, what really impresses me about these lenses is the functionality of them. I love the fact that they're all three the same size and basically the same weight. There's very little difference between all three of them. And that's great. When I am hand-holding this lens, I'm not readjusting. I love the fact they've put that into place. Overall, I'm really pleased with what Canon has with these three options, and I'm looking forward to them introducing a lot more. They're still filling out that RF lineup. We should see some more coming out in the near future, and I think they're going to carry on with this design choice. It makes a lot of sense, and as the world is evolving into more hybrid shooting where we're doing video and stills, these lenses are perfectly accommodating that. Now, I of course want to know what you guys think about these new lenses from Canon and their design options when it comes to that clickable and declickable aperture. Make sure you leave comments down below. Follow us both on Instagram, like and subscribe. It's been Dave from the Camera Store. We'll catch you again soon. Hey, thanks for sticking around and watching this episode on these 3 very exciting lenses from Canon. If you want to check out more of our recent content, click up here. And if you're Canadian and you want to shop local, check out thecamerastore.com down here.